reverse screen. Hey, it let me do it. That's cool. All right, so I'm about to cook Macadamia crusted fish. It's really easy. It's really simple. I got my last little bit of my banana blueberry bread, sauteing that up in a pan. I'm going to talk about my coffee blend, and that's the long and the short of it. This particular dish is on 90% of the restaurants' menus in Hawaii and around the country. There's a lot of there's a lot of plenty of restaurants do a mac nut crusted fish, right? So check it out. All right. So what we have here is really simple. So the recipe is really simple. It's mayonnaise, right? Which I'm going to add next with breadcrumbs, macadamia nuts crushed, Parmesan cheese, garlic. Now I've added a little bit of garlic powder as well, and a little bit of black pepper for a little slight kick. And that's it. Now these are breadcrumbs that I made from when I was forking my Thomas's English muffin. I was just forking the hell out of my muffins, and all these crumbs were falling off, and I thought, hey. So I rubbed them together a little bit more and made all these breadcrumbs from sourdough Thomas's English muffin. So it's sourdough breadcrumbs in this case, but panko breadcrumbs, Japanese breadcrumbs, would be the normal, probably most common and best and fanciest choice, which would be what you would normally see. And then over here, I've got my I've got my bread. It's here, I'll put some heat on it over here. All right, heat. Okay, got a little heat on that. Okay, and then let's get after it. This is our fish over here. Let's get some mayonnaise and mix it in there. Now this is a little secret. I mean, if you want to call it that, but in many restaurants, there will be something on the menu that has aioli, an aioli glaze or whatever. And you can add anything to mayonnaise. You can add spice, just sriracha mayo, right? Spread that on your fish. And that is a really, I've seen, there are many dishes at the most popular restaurant in the world. So the biggest selling fish items in the world are fish that are just mayonnaise, mayonnaise spread on fish. The busiest restaurant in the whole world is Duke's in Waikiki. It does, I think, more than 25 million a year, maybe. Who knows what the numbers are now, but their popular Duke's fish is just lemon, garlic, and basil added to mayonnaise, spread on the fish, right? Maybe the most popular preparation at the busiest restaurant in the world is not more complicated than mayonnaise on fish. So you would typically, I'm going to put this on some ahi tuna, some albacore, fresh local albacore tuna, which is great. You can eat it raw just the same as and I'm going to, but typically if you if a restaurant can get its hands on a paka paka or onaga, a delicate fish like that is the number one preference for this, right? That's what was common. Paka paka is not so common anymore. There's a lot of restrictions on it, limits. It's very expensive. So, but you could see mahi mahi made with a macnut crust fish. That'll be really common because mahi mahi there's plenty of it, and so any delicate fish, but a medium textured fish. Two in particular are the next go-to fish for local restaurants for a macnut crust would be opa or manchong. I've sold a lot of all of that in this style. So, and now when I made this for friends that were visiting from Lake Tahoe, getting married and stuff, they thought I was just an amazing chef because I did this to. They got their hands on some paka paka, and I was like, I know just what to do. So we made this, and this was so good. They were dipping, chips and crackers in it like it was dip, a macnut crust, garlic, Parmesan dip. Anyway, so there you have it. And as you know, I'm a rebel, so I'm going to add one more ingredient for the second fish. I have my oven at 420. I'm going to hit it with a lot of heat. And then I'm going to turn the heat off from the bottom and then hit it from the top with a bunch of heat. And because I don't want this tuna cooked all the way through. This is so much fun. Oh my God. I'm just going to pack it on there, corner to corner. And then I'm going to make a simple 3 or 4 ingredient sauce out of just soy sauce, butter, and maybe raspberry and guava. And that'll be fun. Okay, so that's pretty exciting right there. Now this piece of fish, $10 a pound, that's a $5 piece of fish. So, wow, this might look a little fancy. All right, I'm putting a little bit of some minced ginger in there for an extra, extra little, experiment. I'm always experimenting. There's no rules. Notice I didn't measure anything. I just put some of this, some of that. Everything is to taste however you want to make it. That's how you should always cook. Oh boy, so much fun. Now the thing about cooking with aioli glazes or anything with mayonnaise in it, all that moisture from the mayonnaise just seeps down into the fish, and you don't really know that there's mayonnaise there in the end. It just takes all those flavors and brings them in and then moistens everything up. So that's exciting. See, there we go. See, 420 over there. So pop that bad boy in the oven. All right, set that aside. And let's get this going here. Okay. Good times. Okay. Just a little bit of butter. All right. All right. I'm just gonna heat this up. Turn this into something lovely. Oh, let's put this more like that. Get my belly out of it. My belly's in the show again. Can't have that. We need more cowbell and less belly. All right. So check it out. I got this coffee. This is on sale right here. 2.5 pounds for $12.99 at Costco. Costco, by the way, is awesome because they did not do away with their diversity, equity, and inclusion. I appreciate that very much. That's why they get my dollars. And I'm so thankful because it's my favorite place to shop. But if you think about it, man, I mean, they probably only, a small part of their workforce is probably just white guys in their 20s and 30s. And you know, if they don't realize it, it turns against you once you get old, right? Diversity includes old people. And I want them to hire old people because I'm an old person. So if they're not afraid of diversity, then they will hire a 56-year-old, right? So diversity is for white, inclusion is for white people too. It's just the dumbest freaking fight to take on, and oh my God, it's just unbelievable. The ignorance, the stupidity. Okay, so turn that off. Bam. Broil. Bam. Start. Okay, we better turn the light on because we're not going to cook that for very long. We got to take a look. Yeah. All right. Well, this is exciting. Okay, so I got that going, right? And what I'm going to do here, I want to get a little bit more of a toast. A little bit more of a toast on that side. So yeah, I love dark roast. My preference is Sumatran, but this was $5 a pound. I bought 2 of these. It was $26 for 2 of them, $25.98. So that's you know, just over $5 a pound. And then I bought the coffee, the Costco coffee, 3-pound, one of these 3-pounders. And I put the 2 together. So now it's 8 pounds for $38 for 8 pounds. And anyway, it ends up costing me $5-6 a month to drink a lot of good coffee. And then what I like to add, I'll get, you know, a basic Colombian that's affordable, like that's $4 a pound. And then I like to add a little bit of something flavored, you know, maybe one little package of hazelnut or whatever, you know, butterscotch, whatever. All right. So now this gets exciting. All right. Okay. And then grab baby. All right, we got some saucy sauce. This is saucy sauce, a little guava, a little raspberry, some blueberries. Just a little dab will do ya, of butter. Such a good time. Such a good time. I'm just gonna go like this and like that, you know what I mean? What? Oh boy. Woo! I'll tell you what. That's a good time. You know? I don't know what you consider a good time, but I consider that a good time. Personally. All right. So, that's the last little bit of that. I've been eating off these, those 2 loaves for like 2 weeks. It's one or two couple slices, a little bit of butter, and it's all the food you need. All right, so let's get right back after it. How about I'll show you? Show me? Show you. Raspberry. Guava. Butter sauce for the fish. What do you say? Does that look exciting? I once worked at one of the 35 restaurants I've worked at. It was a place famous to the stars. All the old stars will know the name of this place. It's Johnny Carson's favorite place, and a lot of dead guys' favorite place. It's called Beau Rivage. This old guy, Daniel Forget, and his crazy wife. He was crazy. They were crazy. He was a French man, a strong French accent, and she was an Italian woman from Italy, with a strong Italian accent, and they were crazy. But it was a fun place to work. I worked there a few days a week, and yeah, like Nick Nolte came in there in his silk pajamas with an Armani coat on for Sunday brunch, for instance. All right, good times. All right, so this is our little saucy sauce for the fishy fish. Oh gosh, which is probably done. Off, boom. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it'll keep cooking for a little bit when I take it out. All right. Look at that. Ain't that pretty? You see that? You see that? Oh, look at that. So good. There's your Mackinac crusted fish. Now, like I said, that'd be most ideal over other fish. There's a lot of other ways to prepare tuna. But that's just going to be delicious. So, let's plate that. All right. Shoots. Butter boots. Let's get in there. Maybe a spatula would be better. Yeah. Definitely a spatula. Okay. And there you have it. Look at that. Nice, huh? And then I'm just crazy enough. Can you see all this? I think you can. Okay, I am just crazy enough. What I'm going to do here is, again, since there's a little ginger in the mac nut crust, I'm going to put a little bit of minced ginger in the sauce. And experiment with that, because I've never done that. I've experimented with the other sauce over there, or everything without the ginger, but that would be interesting. Don't you think? Don't you think? All right, and then we'll just... Booyah. We'll plate that one. All right. Oh, if I only had someone to cook for. I'm gonna have to eat all this myself. It's gonna be so hard. So hard. Oh, gee whiz. All right, cherry. So I got a snack for now. So yummy. Aloha, Tam. Love you, girl. That's my bread. Been eating it for 2 weeks. And then there we are. Some mac nut crusted, in this case, fresh locally caught albacore tuna, which I'm hoping isn't cooked all the way through. I'm pretty sure it isn't. And that is and then that's this is a mac nut crust with little minced ginger added to it. And yummy for my tummy. A little more sugar than I typically enjoy, but I've been trying this out lately. It's kind of fun. A little soy butter and some raspberry with fish. So yeah, when I worked at Beau Rivage with the Forgets, which is gone now. I wonder if it was affected in the last fire. It's ocean front, but it's on the mountainside of Pacific Highway. So you come out of the driveway right into right onto PCH. So kind of abrupt. Anyway, and there were a few accidents there from time to time. But smack dab in the middle of Malibu, pretty close to Little Doom, where Johnny Carson lived, and it was. I worked in a couple of interesting. I opened Duke's when it first opened in summer '96, and then I ultimately worked there 4 nights a week at Duke's. I worked 3 shifts a week at the Beau Rivage, and then I also worked at another restaurant right on Westward Beach called. It became the Whale's Tail. It was Monroe's before that, a hangout of Frank Sinatra's, and a mob-connected place back in the day. I think when I worked there, the owner was in jail because he, I think, had allowed money to be laundered through his restaurant, but he did not give up on his on the mob. He kept his secrets and did time. So his younger wife was running the place. Anyway, her brother ended up buying it, and that's Malibu. Which is why I'm connected to the Malibu, fire and stuff, because of I've lived there, so um, it's and Dukes seems to have survived, and it has this big parking lot that becomes a staging point, and I actually lived right in that at Dukes because it's such a big place. It had some old rooms and showers and stuff, and they allowed me to stay there anyway. Um, and that's another story. I got a few stories from Malibu. Became friends with War Child, the king of the head of the bad guys in Point Break, in the old Point Break. Vince Klein, old surf star, um, which was an interesting friend to have. Anyway, thanks for watching me cook. Looks like pie, huh? Should I cut into that? See how rare it is? Actually, you know what? I just want to munch on this. Mm. Mm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good time right there. Mm. All right, well, I've been wanting to show you macadamia nut crusted fish. Oh, it's a very simple prep. And if you want to impress somebody, it's an easy way to do it. It is just so simple, so easy. You really can't mess it up. The only question is, how much do you want to cook your fish? Do you want to cook it all the way through? Do you want to cook it to medium? Do you want to cook it medium rare, whatever. But typically, you'd use a fish that you'd cook, you know. And it would be good, on chicken, on steak, on a firm fish like this. All right, let's try some of that fish. Let's eat it with a spoon. No, it's cooked, probably medium. Mmm. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. Gee whiz, and that's why you'd pay for it, because it's so good. Mmm. But yeah, whether you're cooking for your mom, your dad, your spouse, somebody you want to impress, this is an easy way to get there. Mmm. Oh yeah. So yeah, I might have cooked this a little bit more. Well, it's medium in there, medium rare. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, and I'm so stoked because I have some leftovers. I can just smear that on my next piece of fish, plop that in the oven. Mmm. Mmm. Oh yeah. And that sauce is a winner. Whoa. Of course, I mean, it's sugar and salt. Mmm. My goodness. I tell you what. Yeah. Pretty nice. And this one's a little thicker, so be more on the mid-rare side. Mmm. goodness. Wish I could share this with y'all. Someday, if I ever have a venture capitalist in my hip pocket, maybe I'll start some businesses. Works pretty good with the tuna. I love tuna any which way. Raw, cooked, out of a can. Ahi, yellowfin, albacore, it's all good. No bad tuna. Big eye. This is really a lot of fun. I'm just telling you. Tell you what. So good. But yeah. The greater lesson, though, is just put any flavors you want into mayo, smear it on your fish, bake it in the oven. People will think you're an amazing chef. Wow. Tell you what. And this is why it's great to develop your skills in the kitchen, because you get to eat like this. Like a king for $5. It's a $5 piece of fish. I'm just saying. Holla holla $5, you know? Oh my goodness. Well. All right, I think we covered it. Banana bread, thanks for putting up with the 4 hours. The 4-hour video making this bread. And and a whole dissertation on Loco Moco combined with a version of it that's the healthiest you could ever make. Ah, it was a great appetizer, and now it's a great dessert. And I'm eating some fruit. Yeah, I don't always eat fruit. Well, there's so many bananas in this bread, and blueberries, and some walnuts. Well, I didn't put walnuts in this one. Anyways, I guess that's it. I covered all the things I wanted to cover. I've been having fun preparing this bread this way, just sauteing it, adding a little butter to the pan, making some hot butter and jam, pouring that on top. Oh boy, so yummy. A little sweeter than I'm not usually. I don't have a sweet tooth normally, but it's fun once in a while. Same with this raspberry ginger guava sauce with the ginger mac nut crusted, which I will delve into later. That will be my next meal. My next meal, right? Again, I'll eat the exact same thing. All right, and I'll be turning my insides purple. That's what's gonna happen. Gonna happen. If you want you want to have purple insides, just eat like that. All right. Let's see here. Well, thank you. There are a few of you that request that I make cooking videos, and I appreciate that. That is a compliment. And, well, I did it again. Another cooking video for you. All right, stay out of trouble, people. Be good to each other. Do no harm, do no crime, unless your crime is smoking a little bit of weed or getting some reproductive health care if you're a woman. Those things are not crimes, so just don't get caught. All right. Hopefully I'll go exercise, because in addition to needing to eat healthy foods and get plenty of rest, I've been getting plenty of rest, but I need to start training for a triathlon, like a real man. So things to look for. Oh, and I need to paddle. I need to get in shape so I can paddle canoe. That's the goal. Canoe season is coming right up. Right up. So I need to get that stand-up board out there, sit down on it, and paddle it like a canoe. Put in some hours and stuff. So hopefully when you're watching those ocean videos, I'll be in them, out on the ocean, hopefully collecting footage of whales. I need to start collecting footage so that as I soon learn how to edit, I'll have footage to work with. You know what I mean? I'll be able to make craft films, videos with slice of this and slice of that in between two other things with some music queued up. Anyway, I'm not there yet, but I can see it. I can see it in my future. And if you want to be cool, like hella cool, go to school. Go back. You're not too old to go back to school. There's always a class out there that'd be good for you. Go find that one class that you should take. Take that one class at your community college. You know what that class is. My grandma took a French class when she was 96 years old. So, it's never too late, right? And it's always going to enrich your life to get a little more education about something interesting. So, and right now I'm learning about photography and film editing, which is basically learning Adobe products. And I really can't wait till I learn some animation, because I'm intrigued by these people being able to make an entire production out of animated figures, from home, with whatever text and scenarios they want to inject into these. So that would be interesting to be able to think in those terms. Shoots. Maybe I should just take it straight out. All right, what did I call this? Cooking? Oh yeah. So Macadamia crusted fish. Yeah. So I don't want to mislead people. I'm gonna stop this video and then start another one of just the ocean. In case you took some psychedelic drugs and you forgot to leave your house, it'll be a nice safe space for you. Just watch the ocean. The wood chipper is done. There was a wood chipper out there just grinding up stumps. Oh, it was so loud. Unbelievable. It was so loud. Everything shut. It was just still so loud inside the house. Anyway, that's the first time I've hit mute on the microphone, but it seemed appropriate. All right. Love you guys. Stay out of trouble. Don't snort nothing. Don't gamble. Stay away from violent people. The wrong relationships. Don't put nothing up your nose. Don't take no pills. Wear a condom, or insist that your partner wear a condom. And you'll probably have about as good a life as you can have. All you need now is a good attitude. And you got everything there is by not fucking up your life. All right. Do no harm, do no crime. Thanks for watching All Good Things and All Good Time. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. And sorry about what's going on in the world. It is a little bit troubling. I'm with you. Crossing my fingers.